Hi, I'm here for another Feldenkrais video to make you feel incredibly good in your body, soul, and heart. Begin by sitting in a comfortable position. Have the arms crossed over, so you cross in a way where you kind of if you're a genie and to make a wish. And so have your arms crossed in that way and see what hand is on top. And notice which hand is kind of underneath the arm. Can you switch? Can you have them go so that this one is underneath and the other one's on top? And you can see I haven't done this for a while. I struggle with it. And there we go. So we're going to switch back and forth for a moment. One hand is on top and then the other hand is on top. And just go at your own pace until you can find a way to switch back and forth. And I can't tell you how good this is for your brain. I'm sure some of you have seen this in TED Talks, and it's done differently with the hands. The fact that we are including the arms is huge for the brain. All right, keep your arms crossed the way they are and just lay them against your chest and breathe and feel your contact under your pelvis. Slowly lift your arms up to shoulder height and back down. And see how your breathing is as you do this. See if it's easy, lifting up to shoulder height and down. Very simple movement. Let's take them up to shoulder height. And now we're going to take them a little bit to the right. You go as far as you can go. Let your head, chest, and everything turn with your arms. When you feel like something says stop, resist, maybe your hip or something in your chest, you just go back. Try that a couple of times. And then pause, bring the arms down. Switch so that the other hand is on top. Arms come back up, other side. Let everything go with you. So continue to let everything go with you in this position. And as you continue to let everything go with you, as I was letting my dog in, you're just going to move the same way we did to the right. And then when you come back to center, bring your arms back down and bring them down all the way. So you uncross them and just take a moment to feel yourself, your shoulders and chest. As you know, we start with a little, we end with a lot. So just take in what you have so far. Let's once again cross the arms. Notice which one crossed. If it's your dominant, the one that's easier, at this point you may not know. That's okay. We want to get confused because a moment of confusion in the brain can rewire our patterns for better, especially when we're interested in doing something a new way. Arms back up. Let's go left and right. Not to say it in order, you might choose to go right and then left. And now pause in the middle. Take your head and eyes in the opposite direction as your arms. And notice as you do this, actually, let's go back to taking the head with the arms now. And just notice, is it easier, smoother? We're going to do a lot more, so pause, go ahead and lay on your back. And you might have a noisy puppy in the background too, that's okay. And just go ahead and lie down all the way. You can have your legs long. I'm going to keep mine bent for a moment so you can see all of me and see if you'd like your legs bent, how you would have them. Now for many, the legs are long. For others, they're up. And the difference is you feel more supported in the lower back when the legs are up. So try that. Maybe give it a shot. Legs long. See how much of your lower back is on the ground, and then bring your legs to stand. And notice there's almost a shift up your spine. Like something goes up a little bit, and there's more of you on the ground. Now, one isn't better than the other. So you pick what works for you. Cross the arms over your chest in this position. And then go ahead and take the elbows up and down. And we did this exact same movement in seated. So see how it is in this different position. Try as hard as you can not to look at me. I'm only looking at the camera so that I can make sure I'm demoing the movement in case you need it. But the less you need, the better. Pause, switch, other hand on top. Arms go up and down. And the next time they're up, try taking them a little bit to the right. And notice, do you start to turn? Would you like your right knee to come out with you? Or would you prefer both knees? So now you have options. Either go with just the arms and chest, allow the head to go if it will, or you can take your right knee out, or as you take the arms to the right, both legs can go. If both legs can go, just see how far you go easily and comfortably. And then take them down and pause and feel the difference between your two sides. We were just going to the right. Is there more contact there? More support. We want more support from the floor. Less stress, more efficiency. That's what all of this is about. Living a life with ease. Making everything easier. Cross the arms again in any way, but just notice. Take them up. You're going to take them to your other side now. So as I move around, continue taking your arms to your other side. And you decide, is it going to be just the outside knee and the other one stays up? Maybe you try all of them. Both knees. And you don't have to do the knees. You can just take the chest. You'll see that the hips will still come along with you no matter what you do. If you take both knees and you feel like you want to do something extra, this is not for everyone. Come and see if you can come to your side a little bit, come up on your elbow and come back. And do the same thing to the other side. Coming up on the elbow, going back. Just think if that helps you to start to figure out, oh, a new way to sit. Let all of that go. That wasn't for everyone, just for people who wanted to feel the difference. So we're letting all of that go and lying down now. You may place your hands on your lower abdomen to get feedback about your breath, as we often do. Or you might zone out. In longer lessons, I'll be giving you more time to integrate, more quiet, which is what the nervous system needs. All right, let's come back to those arms again. Cross however you choose. Just notice the crossing. Take the arms up. Let's take them left and right. If you are someone who is very active, make sure you're pressing into the opposite foot if both knees are going. And if you'd like to come up, you just go up until your body says that's far enough and you go back. For some people, it will just be the beginning of the movement, and that is fine. There is no better way to do this than the way you are doing it right now in your own body. Enjoying the movement. Pause in the middle. We're going to take the elbows up a little higher if they weren't already. And continue going right and left. Noticing, did the legs come down? Do you come to the arms? Go ahead and lengthen one of your legs. And as you go to that side, push into that foot. So if I'm going to my left, I'm pushing into my right foot. If my left foot is standing, I'm pushing into my left foot to roll to the right. So the standing leg is pushing into the foot to roll you. And you see how far you go. Can you bring your arms up a little bit, or do you end up going in a different direction? So just notice what you do. Continue doing the movement to both directions, making sure the arms are up at shoulder height. Now, if you start to come over, notice when you get to your side, start to let that knee fall in now. So we just have one leg in standing. We're pushing into that foot, rolling to that side. Is it possible to come up or go on to the belly? Is it a possibility? You would end up in a position that's rather supportive. Once you come back, that leg comes back to standing. You can try it in the other direction. So if you're trying to go to your belly or your side, and you don't have to, if that feels hard, stay with the movement as it is. It is perfect as it is. It does not need more. This is only for people who are ready for a little more. Coming either up, seeing how far you get without resistance, or to do this carefully on to the belly. And don't watch completely how I do that, because part of the fun is about figuring it out. The one leg in standing pushes, it starts to fall in. Can it start to then have the knee touch the ground so that both legs are long and you're on your belly? And give all that a rest and just pause. Notice how you rest, and notice, are you more spacious in your body right now? Feel the amount of space you take up. Feel the breath that is accessible. We're not working directly with the breath, but we're making more space, and everything we do is going to enhance and improve our breath. You can always place the hands on the lower abdomen to get feedback, or any other part of the body to see how you're breathing. One last time, let's take the arms up. If you can, legs are in standing. Starting with them on the chest. If you've been doing one pattern, switch. We want the brain to have variety. We're going to take the arms up, and this time we're going to take them all the way up and back down. So we're going to go until they hit the forehead. If they go that far, if they don't, that's okay too. Now I want you to start thinking, could you lift your head and put your head through the hole that the hands create? Maybe, maybe not. You just see, is this possible? And it's just for you to aim to. I'm showing you an example of getting close. You do not have to do that. It's just for you to aim toward that hole. As you do, notice you're pressing into this part of your back. It's right below your shoulder blades, and it's giving you foundational support. If you don't feel that, don't lift the head. The head lifts because we press in the middle to upper back, and that gives us foundational support to lift the head. If you're doing this correctly, the head can stay lifted all day like this. It's not hurting your neck. Again, arms come up. Maybe you are more flexible, but don't push flexibility. We're looking more for consistency. Flexibility is a side effect. It's wonderful, but what we really want is to feel good and have options. All right, pause that and rest completely on your back. Thumbs up to anyone who has an animal practicing with them. They tend to love this work and gravitate toward it. Feel the contact of your back as you rest. Notice what's shifting in your breath, in your body, in your mind and soul. And then once again, bring your legs to stand. Cross the arms however you like. We're going to take them up to shoulder height. Now we've gone in every direction, so let's connect them. Maybe starting up, going down and around. So we're taking the arms in a circle. Now you can go far to one side with the circle, push into that opposite foot, and come back. So that looks like this. You push into the opposite foot, you let the knee come down. You don't have to lift the head, but use your hips if you can to help you with the circle. So if I'm moving my arms to the left, I'm going to push into my right foot. That's going to help me lengthen and bring the arms up, and I'm going to roll my pelvis and then push into my right foot to go over to the left. Switch directions when you feel ready, if you want to. Everything here is optional. It's like a buffet table. You can take what you want and leave the rest, because your brain is more intelligent for your body than anything I know. I'm just giving you some suggestions of things you used to do as a baby that still works so wonderfully to bring you back to homeostasis. Pause and rest now that you have taken the arms in circles and you tried to get your head under your arms. So we've done a lot. How do you feel now in your back? What has this interesting arm crossing done for you in your body? Do you feel longer in your spine? More supported by your pelvis? Is there anything interesting you notice that isn't normally available? Like more space, more breath, more ability to think outside the box. We're looking for those things as cues, as symptoms of something bigger happening. Now, as we bring the legs back to stand once again, if they're not already there, I just want to mention that these lessons can take an average of 3 to 5 days to integrate. So it might be that you're walking one day and all of a sudden something works with your hips or your legs, and even though you feel better in the lesson, the big effects are days later. So pay attention for those and feel free to message me when you have those big aha moments from these lessons. Okay, one more time, we're going to cross the arms, but this time I want you to see, could you come up to sit in any way without uncrossing your arms? So take your time, that's the challenge. Maybe you direct elbows and you figure out, well, where could an elbow go? Can you lift your head well? Because if not, maybe the hands come over the head and help. But you find your own way, and maybe you throw it away as you start to come to sit, as I did. But just knowing you can hold a constraint and still come up and down. So we're going to come right back to where we were in the beginning. It doesn't matter which crossing you have. We will switch. We're going to take the arms up and down and just see, did they get lighter? Because mine are so light now. In the beginning, it was work, and now it's a feather. We're working with the Weber-Fechner law, which is basically the principle that a very small amount of work, a very small amount of something can make such a profound change when a nervous system is sensitive enough to notice. So if you had 100 light bulbs and 10 of them were out, you would notice. But what if only one was out? And apply that to your body. Do you notice when only one light bulb is out? That tiny little thing. I switched my arms, so if you'd like to switch the crossing to see, is it lighter on the other side, give it a shot. Because one of my sides is heavier, so I'm interested in this. Now take whichever crossing you have up when you feel ready and go again side to side. And take your head and eyes. Some of you remember this is very similar to our dead bird, but we're doing different kinds of mobility for our spine here. Pause that. Just notice if your range was more or if it was easier to turn in either direction. And you might just turn in each direction normally. If I'm turning to my right, I'm going to take my left hand forward because that's going to help me. My left hand and left knee. And if I'm turning to my left, I'm going to take my right hand and right knee a little bit forward because it assists me just a little bit in turning. And we need that extra mechanism. That is built into our biology and our dignity. But over time, over culture, we move so fast to look. Think of how fast you turn to look when there's an emergency. It's almost like a shock, like a brake system. What if you could do this instead? Whole body turning, taking your time, putting you and your breath first to put you in the driver's seat and backing your power. Once more, let's take the arms, cross them, bring them up. If you want to rest now, you can. You don't have to do all of this if it's a lot. We're going to go in a circle here and just see what that feels like. Notice the chest goes down and caves in when the arms are down. As you start to lift it up, one side gets longer. You come to the opposite side of your pelvis. As you go all the way up, feel both sides of your pelvis. Other side, once again, notice which side of your pelvis is supporting you. Come back down, let the chest cave. Keep your breathing in a way that works for you in the moment though, so that there's ongoing breath that you don't have to control, you just notice. Let go of that arm crossing for a moment. We've done a lot of that, but the benefits of doing it means that you don't have to do this again. You can come back to this months later and maybe it will be beneficial, but I'm teaching you something to change now, not something you have to practice, which is kind of cool. It integrates into you so that you don't have to continuously relearn it. Rather, it becomes a part of you. And that's what I want, to empower you rather than give you something where you have to consistently come back to me. I'd rather have empowered people. So let's take arms out one more time, turning right and left. And just noticing how far you go and feeling the difference in your hips. Are your hips more alive to the movement? Let's take this into standing and see how far you turn. Notice how you come to stand. There are so many ways, and all ways are good, but can you use all 4 points of support? If you haven't already come to stand, you can use your hands, your feet. Once you have all 4, you can see everything is possible. So we're going to work with that in another lesson. But for now, I just want you to take a moment to turn in either direction. You don't even have to do the arms, but you can allow them to swing. And then let's practice for an emergency. You can stay in standing, but this is really important because we don't want to get our nervous system too excited. And I've got 2 teenagers, so I know how it feels to be yanked out of calm. So what we do instead, we notice that there's a problem, and we know in our nervous systems that we're safe. So we take a moment to breathe, and as we turn, we use all of us. Because we want all of us there for the problem, not just the parts that show up like in anxiety. We want our whole being. When you turn with all of you, your back, your front, your arms and legs. That is the way we're designed to move. I hope you continue to move beautifully, and I hope you like this lesson. I'll be teaching similar lessons, so you shouldn't have to come back to this, but if you really loved it, definitely do, and subscribe for more videos. Have a wonderful day.